you guys. Thank you so much for the opportunity to train Makayla and care for her for the last 4 weeks. She's been a lot of fun, so to speak. Good stay, sweetie. The purpose of this video is to hopefully give you another tool or resource to have for continuing to train Makayla, because after she leaves here, it's going to be important that you can follow through with what she's learned. She's doing really, really well, but as you know, it's going to be really important to follow through with her training, so I hope you find this video helpful. Your training goals for Makayla for these last 4 weeks, we're working on general excitement, her howling, and her chewing on items. I feel Makayla's overall temperament is such that she's just easily excitable, and she's a bit of a scaredy cat, and so it's understanding that that is part of who she is and how you can work with that. There's a lot of ways. I feel she's doing so much better just exposing her to different things. We took her out a lot and just rewarded her for calm behavior, really worked on stays and settle in new places, worked on gaining her attention in new places, rewarding her attention, and working on her recalls. Good settle, Makayla. Good girl, settle, stay. And her excitement, I just really tried keeping her under threshold, which means I never allowed her to get to that overexcitement level where it's really hard to bring her back to bring her back to listening. So we worked on a lot of settle and long stays in the home, but I never allowed her to get up to that uncontrollable running around the house, not listening state of mind. I always kept her under threshold. So you're going to continue a lot of the settle, which is basically a down stay, and long down stays when you can, and try just keeping her under threshold, meaning don't let her get to that overexcited state. When she starts getting anxious, it's putting her in a settle or a down stay. With working with the settle or the down stay, if you're having a hard time and she's not responding to you, you can use the collar. If she's just starting to run around and get overly excited, you can tell her no. If she doesn't respond, you can give her a correction and then ask for her no, settle. And settle means to lay down and stay. If you don't have the collar on her, you can also put a leash on her. If she starts running around, you can grab the leash, tell her no, settle. And it's just keeping her under that threshold. She gets very excited when she knows, when she knows she's going somewhere. Good girl. When she knows she's going somewhere, so I'm prepared. I put her on her leash and tell her settle, and I make sure that she settles when I'm getting ready to go somewhere. Good quiet, good quiet. Good girl. So with her howling and barking, as mentioned, that's what Dobermans do, right? They're guard dogs. That's good. Good, quiet. They're bred for protection. So when she's getting like this, good girl, Makayla, thanks for letting me know. Just thanking her and then telling her good quiet. Makayla, good quiet. So I called her, I'm telling her good quiet, and I'm going to reward her for coming to me. Good quiet, Makayla. And repeating the word quiet. She's been doing really well. So when she's barking, it's redirecting her. Okay, Makayla, quiet. Good quiet. Good quiet. Good girl. Good quiet. When I know that I just want her to be outside and I don't want to have to worry about the barking, I will put the bark collar on her. In fact, that's what I did straight away in the morning. When I let her out, I just put the bark collar on her because I know she's going to run out in the yard and bark. All right, people, I'm up. I'm protecting my territory. And it would be hard to settle her down at that point. But otherwise, in the house, if she's starting to bark, I just tell her, okay, Makayla, good girl, and then tell her quiet, and then I reward her for being quiet. What is key here for the barking is rewarding her for being quiet. Good quiet, Makayla. Good quiet. But understand that barking, that growling, that howling, that is part of who she is as a breed. They were bred to be big, loud, scary barkers. So reward her when she is being quiet. Alrighty, gang, for her chewing, I feel that it's due to anxiousness when you leave, or when she's not with you. Tibby, you were wondering about why is she anxious? I think that's just part of her temperament. It could be because you are home with her all the time, and then when you do have to go, she's bummed that you're gone, so she's anxious that you're gone. Honestly, she has a love-hate relationship with that crate. I would tell you she's totally fine in it. She's a very good girl in it. She is more comfortable in her crate, I feel, than being left alone in the house or even left in the yard. I tried leaving her in the yard if I had to go, and if she knew I was gone, she would find things in the yard to chew up on. So, and it's plastic things. It was plastic things. So she is just more comfortable in that crate. Even though she'd rather have her freedom, she would rather have her freedom, she's more comfortable in her crate when you're gone. So don't be afraid to use the crate. Don't even be afraid to use the crate when you're home, to give a separation from you guys. We need to build her confidence about being away from you. You know, and she's still a puppy. She's a year and 3 months old, right? So she's still very, very young. I don't think you'll have to use her crate forever, but right now she's just more comfortable in her crate when you're gone. So take advantage of that and put her in her crate. And as you had mentioned, I tried giving her chewies inside the crate, but she wasn't interested in chewing in the crate. But if she was left and separated from me, then she would try chewing on different things. So utilize her crate, and don't be afraid to do so. She's fine. She's fine in her crate. Also with Makayla and getting her out to different places, hiking and just going out on an adventure. I know you're very good with getting her exercise, which is fantastic and important, but also take her out and just so she could be on a long leash and just be on an adventure. Let her use her nose, let her use her sight, and smell things. I find like when we're out on hikes, she's nervous at first, but it's a great way to gain her confidence because she's on a long leash and she just has freedom. I never let her off leash just because she's your dog and I do not want to lose a client's dog, but if you felt confident, you could try her off leash and just reward her for coming back to you. But that mental stimulation without a lot of constant control. So just on a long leash, letting her do what she wants to do is a confidence builder. It's mental stimulation, which is just as important as physical exercise. So that can help with her anxiousness and her overall excitement as well, is just getting her out to different places, parks, hiking, beach, on a long leash or off leash if you feel comfortable doing so, and rewarding her for paying attention to you and just letting her use her senses, her sight and her smell. I really have seen a huge change within her confidence, which is really exciting, and I attribute that to just getting her out to different places. All right, really forgive this next video clip because I'm going to be multitasking and holding on to the camera. So I just wanted to show you what I do to keep her relaxed when she knows that we're going somewhere. So I really work on the settle exercise, and what settle means is that she lays down and settles. She does a down stay. So I hope you don't get too motion sickness with watching this next part of the video. Makayla, Makayla, come here. Good girl. Makayla, settle. Settle. Good. Good, settle, stay. So settle means to down, stay. I'm going out to get my tennis shoes. She knows this routine. So I'll go out to get my tennis shoes. Good, settle, Makayla. And I'll verbally reinforce her. Good, settle. Now remember, if she's not settling, you can put her on her leash and put the, and bring her to where you want her to settle. Good, settle, Makayla. I'm putting on my tennis shoes right now, or you can use the collar. If she's not settling, you can say settle, give her a correction, and then you can just verbally reward her. Sorry, I'm trying to put my shoes on. Anyway, so settle. Don't let her get over to the crazy yah-yah phase of like, oh my gosh, we're going somewhere. Good, settle, sweetie. When she gets home, she's going to test you on this one because that was one of the big problems that you guys were having. So just be consistent and you're fine. You can see that she knows it. But I'm putting on my tennis shoes. I have my treat bag. She knows that we're going somewhere. Good, settle. Good, settle. So with leash walking, you guys, what I really like to do, if possible, I'm not sure where you live, is walk the dogs on a long leash first 10 to 15 minutes so that they can smell and do what they want to do. When walking with them, I can work on, Makayla, leave it. Good girl, her leaving things alone. I can work on her recall. Makayla, come. Good girl. And I can also work on her attention with me, as long as she's not pulling on her leash, and she's been doing a very good job with that. I do have the collar in case I have to ask her to leave a dog alone or work on her loose leash walking. To tell you the truth, I really think she prefers the collar over the gentle leader. She really fought with that gentle leader, and I'm not really having to give her corrections anymore with the collar anyway. She's doing a really good job. But anyway, okay, potty break. Good girl, Makayla. So what I do too is I make sure I reward her for doing a good job on her walk. So when she does leave something alone, when she does come to me, or when she does turn to check on me, I reward her, I give her treats. I really feel it's so important that you reward the good behavior. That way you don't have to use the collar that much. She is doing a really fantastic job, but having her have 10-15 minutes on a long leash first helps her get her doggy yah-yahs out before you start working your loose leash walking or heel. Makayla, sit. Good girl. Makayla, heel. So with her leash walking, I've actually been using a waist leash for myself, which is a leash that just goes around my waist. I super love it. Makayla, heel. Good girl. And I'm rewarding her for walking next to me. Good heel. If we come across another dog and she starts getting very excited, I ask her to leave it, and I've been rewarding her, and that has been working out very well. If you find she's not responding to you, you can say leave it, give her a correction, and then tell her good girl for leaving it alone. Good heel. But heel is she's right next to you, walking on your left hand side. Good heel. That's my good girl. Good heel. And I'm rewarding her for being a good girl. Now you're running with her, continue to run with her and exercise her, but I think it's important that you get her out on controlled walks as well. Ways to keep her attention on your walks is rewarding her for good behavior. Makayla, look. Asking her to look. And turn. So right hand turn, you just turn to the right. Left hand turn, you turn to the left. If she's not healing, you can say heel, give her a correction, and then turn and walk the other way so she gets repositioned. If you just want her to have a little more freedom but not pull on the leash, you say the word easy. Easy is for her not to pull on the leash. It's so she can be a little bit ahead of you, behind you, off to the side. But heel is very specific, right next to your side. Good girl. Good heel. Good heel, Makayla. Good girl. Makayla, sit. Good girl. Good girl, Makayla. Leave it. Good. Leave it, Makayla. Good. Leave it, Makayla. That's my good girl. Good. Leave it, Makayla. Good. Leave it. Good. Leave it, Makayla. That's a good leave it. Good. Leave it, Makayla. That's my good girl. That's my good girl. Good. Leave it. Good. Leave it. Two dogs barking on either side. Didn't have to use a collar at all. I mainly just dishing out the pepperoni sticks. Good. Leave it, sweetheart. And saying leave it. But the collar's on in case I needed it. I would say leave it and give her a correction. Sit. Good girl. She's doing so well. No gentle leader either. Good. Leave it. Good girl. Now with using the collar with Makayla, I really just had to use the collar for, Makayla, down. Good girl, stay. I really just had to use the collar for Makayla's excitement if I wanted to work on her barking in the house, and her leash walking because she just got so excited when she saw the other dogs. But I'm really not having to use the collar that much anymore. Please remember when she gets back home that I would like you to have the collar on and use it when you need to. She will test you when you get back home. When she gets back home, it's just about being consistent and not letting her get away with anything when she gets back home. So when using your collar, you say the word that you'd like, such as quiet. If she's not quiet, give a correction and say quiet again. Or for leash walking, I'm saying heel. If she doesn't heel, I'll say the word heel and give a correction, and then I'll let her know good heel. Or leave it if she sees another dog. Again, she's doing really well, but I'd like you to be consistent and have that collar on. Sometimes you need to have that collar on for another month or two, because what happens is that dogs know when it's on or when it's off. And if you're inconsistent, they're not going to learn. So just let her know that this is the new way of living. But you really don't have to give a lot of corrections anymore, which is really well. I'm still rewarding her a lot for things that she's doing really well with. So still lots of treats. Good settle. Overall, I am very, very happy with Makayla's progress. Wish she'd be facing the other way, but things to keep in mind. Makayla's still very young. She's just a little over a year, so she has a lifetime of learning ahead of her. Her physical exercise and mental exercise are very, very important. Keeping Makayla under threshold, so meaning keeping her, don't let her get to that overexcited, crazy state. I think you're going to have a lot of fun with her because I can see how the barking and howling and overexcitement could be frustrating. But now that that's more under control, I think everybody will be more relaxed, which is going to be way cool. It's going to be different having your other dog involved, Riley. So it's going to take a little bit of learning, you know, and incorporating Makayla and her training into your home environment. She had other dogs around here, of course, so that was good, but going home is going to be different. Just make sure you follow through with her training. Makayla, leave it. Oh, you wanted the stick? You can have the stick. Just continue along with her training and just know that I am always here to support you guys. Okay, thank you. Happy training. Makayla. Hi, good girl.